Hi everyone, I'm Court,
I'm Akbar.
and it's Big Brother Eviction night, and we have thoughts. First of all, obviously there are spoilers contained in this because we are, reacting to something that literally just happened an hour ago.
Yeah, an hour ago. If you haven't watched The Eviction and you want to, and you don't want to know what happens, go ahead and hit stop, pause, come back to us after you've seen it. We'll still be here on the interwebs. Otherwise, here we go.
So here's one scenario that Jose did not see coming, and that's the one in which he was evicted. It was pretty fascinating to watch, I think, mainly the confusion that was going down throughout the house as this was all happening, and the couple of people that started to put it together and be like, wait, something is different. Why does no one care what we think?
The unlikeliest of sleuths, the actual spy girls, were starting to figure out that something was amiss, and I actually figured they would not put it together at all.
Because they're so busy tanning. Oh my god.
Oh my god. And being super secret spy girls who tell everybody they're spying.
Right. It's just like the number one rule of spying is your secret.
Yeah. Unless your name is James Bond, in which case, good for you, I guess.
Off topic.
Yeah. James Bond's always on topic. So, thoughts on where Jose is going to land and this new twist of the battle back?
I'm very torn on the battle back. I always like it when they give people a chance to get back in because it just creates all kinds of drama in the house, right? I mean, because when certain people leave, you want to be dramatic and burn bridges because you're sick of them. But if they're always maybe coming back, that totally changes the dynamic and the game never actually stops. That said, I feel like this season isn't trying super hard because they've already brought back 4 people and now they're going to be bringing back more people. And Big Brother is pretty awesome in and of itself. We don't need this main twist.
Yeah, Big Brother always does a ton of twists. Just twist on twist on twist. I actually kind of like this one, I think. It rather than like taking the first 4 people or the most recent 4 people and just having them compete in a head-to-head competition, I kind of like the 3-tiered or 4-tiered. Like if Jose wants to get back in, he has to beat like 4 people to do it, one after the other, like a blood sport. And it punishes him a little for being one of the first ones out, which I think
he should be punished for that as Big Brother.
I mean, it kind of reinforces that. So if you're the 5th person out, you have to win 1 against a person who's presumably been fighting up till now, in whatever these competitions are. So I kind of like this better than their previous bring people back schemes. I am curious when we're going to see it played because when they're pimping all the things that are coming up in the upcoming week, they never mentioned it.
No.
So I'm curious to see when they air that actual
Well, they might be waiting to see how it goes because it's Glenn. So, no offense, Glenn. It may or may not be worth watching. So they might just tell us what happened in this first
American
one.
Ninja Warrior while you were away.
Yeah, exactly. All
Jose
the best ones when he actually won Big Brother. Okay, so that's Ben's tale.
Hi, Ben's tale.
But there's an HOH going on right now. It's kind of a crazy one because it's still very team focused, which I keep forgetting about that because I think they've actually downplayed the team part quite a bit. But still, so it's team focused. So that means that whoever wins, they are safe and their entire team is safe. And I think it's really interesting that they're making the teams, they did this with Nicole too, they're making the teams make the choice on who the HOH is.
Yeah.
Which I have to admit they're probably just doing for drama because Big Brother. So, what are your predictions or who do you think needs to win this HOH?
At this point, everybody needs to win it.
Everyone. Absolutely all of them. Go faster.
Yeah. I do feel like the 8-pack is shaping up to be a pretty solid alliance, and they're going to stay together for at least another week, is my prediction. So, really, any of them winning it, and
don't we have a final 7?
All 8 of them are safe. Mm-hmm. Anybody outside of that group is bad for the 8-pack. I like the 8-pack for whatever reason. I usually hate giant early alliances. They just anger me. But for whatever reason, I dig this one. So I'm kind of pulling for one of them. As far as must win it outside of them, I think it's probably Victor. If he doesn't win it, he is going to. If the APAC wins it, there's a solid chance Victor's the next one out.
No, I don't think Victor's that big of a threat now that Jose is gone. I think he was only an issue because he was so attached to Jose. On his own and without his mama, he doesn't really know what to do. So the people I think need to pull something out. First of all, I think the Spy Girls are actually going to turn out to be not stupid, and that's going to surprise me very much. So I would be really curious to see what happened if one of them won it. I think Polly is kind of on thin ice, so it's been occurring to me this week that the APAC has been using him, but he's not part of the APAC, and that tells me they think he is quite expendable. So I think it would be in his best interest to have a more solid place in the House, and winning HOH could help him do that. The other thing that could be interesting is the APAC is already falling apart because we have a sub-alliance within the APAC. So it'd be interesting to see and have a final five because that's the right call in the second week of competition. You guys know each other really, really well. Yep. So that would be super fascinating to see if one of them won it. And then obviously they blow up the APAC. And that would be great. I think that's what we have for tonight, though.
Yeah, I was super pleased to see Jose go out. I just didn't dig him at all. And it was a very fulfilling episode for me.
It was pretty fulfilling. I was bummed that he didn't make a better face.
That
he didn't like blow up on the way out. He kept it classy, and usually I like that, but this time I was wanting a little more. So we're going into a little bit of a dry spell. We don't have any more Big Brother until, gosh, is it Sunday?
That deserve a Bridget face.
Which is still my Macaulay Culkin face, but I think they're kind of interchangeable. So we may be back on Sunday with more, and we may have more thoughts in the meantime, in which case we'll share them with you. But have a good day or night, and leave your comments / questions, and we're still working on branding, so if you have thoughts on that, just let us know. Bye.
Bye.